Yo, welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. And today, man, we got an NBA special for you guys. We got the Laker report today. We're going to talk about the things that are going on with the Los Angeles Lakers 3 games into the season. Once you come across this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you'll know every time that Simply Ball drops another hot banger. Also, if you're new to the channel and you're just coming across the platform, please hit the subscribe button. On this channel, we cover sports, hot topics, roundtable talking, and marriage chronicles. I see everybody in the comments section. #salute. And you know what my mantra is. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. Well, let's get right off into it, man. We got 3 games into the NBA season for the Los Angeles Lakers last night. It was their 4th game. They played against the Orlando Magic. They squeaked out a 5-point victory. But leading into this year, the notion was, Darvin Ham and his coaching staff trying to cut down on LeBron James minutes because this is his 21st year into the season. And you don't want to log that heavy minutes. But they made that a narrative. Now the focus is on LeBron James minutes instead of going out there playing basketball and giving the team and putting the team in a situation where they can get these wins. If you noticed last year during the trade deadline, they brought some new pieces in, Vando, Malik Beasley, D'Lo, and they revamped that roster, sent Russell Westbrook out. He went to the Clippers. And the crazy thing about it is last year's team, I think they gave a better defensive effort, than what the guys are displaying 4 games into this NBA season. They got a record of 2-2, easily could be 3-1, dropped a heartbreaker in Sacramento in overtime in a game where they had Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox in foul trouble the whole game. And in overtime, Sabonis was out of the game because he fouled out. De'Aaron Fox had an ankle injury, and one of the ex-Lakers, Malik Monk, took over, him and Kevin Huerter. They put the Lakers to bed in overtime. But this notion of, watching LeBron James minutes is a narrative now. So once he plays heavy minutes, everybody going to be scrutinizing that because the game plan was to cut back on his minutes. But he's averaging probably around about 32 minutes, 33 minutes a game, which is not bad. And LeBron knows his body best. If he can, take on the workload, he's going to take it on. But game 1 against Denver is just one of them teams that the Lakers have trouble matching up with. They have no answer for Jamal Murray or the Joker. And this notion of Anthony Davis up and down roller coaster ride and things like that. I've always told people about Anthony Davis, man. Anthony Davis is one of them offensive guys that, sometimes he don't exert himself, but when he exerts himself, he's a dominant big in the league. But the thing about Anthony Davis, I tell people is, as a big man, he don't have that passing ability like the Joker or Embiid and guys like that. Anthony Davis, like every time he takes a move from the 3-point line to get to the basket, he's almost always on the floor. Like he's not stable. I mean, he's a skilled big man where if you could just dump the ball down to him, face up and shoot over top, it'd be great. But Anthony Davis likes to bail the defense out a lot. And I think what the problem is in these first 4 games is there's no ball movement. I don't know what kind of offense Darvin Ham and the coaching staff has these guys running because there's no ball movement. And Darvin Ham is one of them coaches where he stands on the sideline with his hands in his pocket. He does not know how to make no in-game adjustments. And that's hurting the Lakers. I mean, he don't know the rotations that he wants. He don't know who's going to be in and out of the lineup. And he talked about it after the loss to Sacramento that he has to get his rotation down and the players that he wants to be in the game. Because these last 3 games, when they played Phoenix, LeBron had to come in the fourth quarter to play the whole fourth quarter, but he was fresh because in the first three quarters, LeBron is able to pick his spots. He's able to do in-game rests where he can play off the ball and he don't have to exert that much energy because you got guys like a D'Lo that can score. You got Anthony Davis that can score. But Austin Reeves right now is almost like a shell of himself because, he played a lot of basketball. And I just don't think he has his legs under him now. I think Austin Reeves has to work his way in because he's struggling. Him and Gabe Vincent. Well, Gabe Vincent, he hit his first jumper last night and then he hit a three-pointer, his first three-pointer as a Laker. But Gabe Vincent is one of them guys that, it's going to take a lot of shots for him to get in the rhythm. What he did in the playoffs and the finals for Miami last year was something that was unexpected. And the Lakers took a chance on him. And now it's in these last couple games where Darvin Ham has rolled him all the way down to the end, playing him at least 35 minutes a game and being in that closing lineup where you have the personnel to compete with every team in the Western Conference and basically run through the East when you play the Eastern Conference. But Darvin Ham, his coaching to me is something that's going to hinder the Lakers because he does not know how to put the combinations out there. From watching the games, when he's playing the bigs with Anthony Davis and Christian Woods, LeBron, Taurean Prince, and D'Lo, that is a successful lineup. Last night, there was a lineup that was on the floor with D'Lo, Christian Woods, the guy, the other big man, forgot his name. I'm sorry about that, forgot his name, but he plays well. Jackson Hayes, he plays well. That combination with D'Lo running them guys, that was a successful lineup. And Anthony Davis was on the bench. LeBron subbed in, and Anthony Davis was on the bench. And that lineup got the Lakers 11-point lead. And then when they substituted out and he brought Anthony Davis back in, the lead had, crumpled. But the alarming stat is, with LeBron on the floor, he's like a plus 39. And then when he's off the floor, there's like a negative 21. So, this notion of LeBron cutting down on his minutes, I like what they're doing in the fourth quarter because to me, LeBron is fresh in that fourth quarter and he's able to close out games. He closed out the Phoenix game. He actually closed out the Sacramento game to get them into overtime. And then last night against Orlando, which is an up-and-coming team, got some young studs on there, he closed them out as well. So LeBron is being fresh in the fourth quarter. I don't care if he's playing the whole fourth quarter or not, but his minutes are still down. It's not like he's logging, 36, 37, 38 minutes a game, which he did last year. His minutes are down to like 33 minutes a game, but it's time to panic from a coaching standpoint because Darvin Ham has not yet pushed the buttons to where everything is going to work. I mean, from a personnel standpoint, the Lakers got what it takes to make a long run in the Western Conference. But it's up to Darvin Ham. And Darvin Ham, his coaching philosophy and his style, I do not like. I mean, I know Laker Nation is had it with Darvin Ham. Everything that Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss did over the offseason to get these players in there, to get some of the steals that they got, you have the personnel. And during the preseason, Max Christie was giving the team a lift, and Max Christie cannot see the floor. And I'm going to tell you what the problem is with Darvin Ham is he goes with this notion where he has to please his players and put them in to close games out. The other night against Sacramento, when they built that 5-point lead, Rui and Christian Woods, was playing exceptional ball. Christian Woods was perfect in the first half, never saw the floor in the second half. Rui got us in the game when he was out there with LeBron because LeBron made notion of this in the Denver game. Hey, I can play point guard with Rui out there as, the 4. And, that worked well for him against Sacramento. And then Darvin Ham went away from him. But come to find out, I think Rui had an eye contusion. That's why he sat out last night. So I guess that's why he didn't close the game out in Sacramento or didn't even play no overtime minutes. But the Lakers, I mean, to me, you gotta, I don't want to say hit the panic button, but you're close to it because it's up to Darvin Ham, man, to put these pieces together, man, because the Lakers as a personnel, they have the talent to compete, man, with all the roster moves they made, Taurean Prince, Cam Reddish, Gabe Vincent, Vando is still hurt. Jackson Hayes is an active big man, one of the fastest big men in the league to get from point A to point B. His live action is great. D'Lo just has to, D'Lo has to stop taking so many ill-advised shots and like try to run the team and put them in sets. But the offense is just nobody's cutting, everybody's standing around, and that's coaching. Darvin Ham got to start coaching these guys and stop walking up and down the sidelines with his hands in his pocket and make some adjustments. Playing LeBron off the ball, he's picking and choosing when he can go. But if you notice, majority of LeBron James's points is right at the rim because in the fourth quarter, like I said, to me, I think he's fresh and he's coming in and he's playing downhill. And plus, he knows how to get Anthony Davis involved and get him the ball where he needs it. But Anthony Davis has to exert himself. One of the, exceptional, generational talents in the league, man. But it's the effort that you got to give, man. I mean, this notion of one game, you have a great game. Next game, you have a mediocre game. It's the roller coaster ride. And like my cousin said, he calls him Six Flags. It's the roller coaster. So, but right now, 4 games in, man, the Lakers is, you squeaked out a win against, Phoenix, which they didn't have their guns, and Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. Kevin Durant ran out of gas, and then an upstart Orlando team that was 2-0 coming in, playing good ball, and you held on to beat them in front of your home crowd. Tomorrow night, they go against the Clippers, which Clippers made a major splash by getting James Harden, but they did give up a lot of defensive guys and glue guys. So we'll see how that plays out. But as far as Laker Nation, I know that after every game, the locker room comes on and gives his assessment, and he's kind of getting irritated with why the Lakers can't win. It's a lot of other media channels out there on YouTube that are pissed off with the Lakers and stuff like that. But like I said, it all predicates around Darvin Ham. If Darvin Ham can't get it done, then the Lakers not going to be able to get it done. To me right now, it's coaching, because you have the personnel, but you got to put the personnel in position to be successful, and Darvin Ham is not doing that. You can say what you want to say about Darvin Ham, but me personally, my opinion, I don't think he's a X and O's coach. I don't think he knows the buttons to press. That's why guys talked about it last year about who's coaching this team. Is LeBron coaching the team, or is Darvin Ham coaching the team? So, I mean, Darvin Ham speaks well, but his coaching philosophy, I just don't understand it. So right now, man, I mean, the panic meter, if you got to say what the panic meter is from 1 to 10, I say it's about 7. I mean, but you can't be like last year. You got to start stacking wins, so you ain't got to, exert yourself that much to do a playoff push to get in the standings. So, you got to stack these wins as you can get them. If that means to play LeBron 33 and 34 minutes a night, so be it. I mean, as long as he is okay with it, he put that notion to bed last night. If it calls for us to win, I'm about winning time in the fourth quarter. Like he said, it's winning time. And, you just got to, roll with the punches, surprise, like he played 36 minutes in that overtime the overtime loss, and he played the back-to-back. So that looks good. So, it's early in the season, but the panic meter is at 7. So you guys let me know how y'all feel in the comments. I know Laker Nation is probably going to, come at me, and things like that, but I accept it. I take on all challenges. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.